My name's Hayley Hayes. I studied at Leeds Beckett University for my undergraduate and postgraduate legal courses. I now work as a solicitor at Shulman's LLP in Leeds. My current role at Shulman's is as a construction lawyer. I do both contentious and non-contentious. On the non-contentious side, I do all the contractual documentation, drafting and negotiating, and putting in place for quite large developments, retail developments, apartment complexes, that sort of thing. On the contentious side, I deal with adjudications and also court proceedings, usually in the technology and construction court. I studied the undergraduate law degree initially. What attracted me to Leeds Beckett in respect of that was where it was located, where the law school was located, in proximity to where I worked, because I was working full-time and doing the degree full-time. I chose to do the postgraduate course at Leeds Beckett University simply on the basis of the experience I'd had with the undergraduate course. I'd gotten really well with my tutors and all the lecturers, and was very comfortable there, and it seemed like the natural thing to do. I didn't even consider doing it with another provider. The tutors were very supportive of the fact that I was working full-time. They knew that it was difficult for me sometimes to get there on time, or sometimes I had to leave early, and as long as I got the work done, they were always there to help. When I did the legal practice course, the postgraduate course, I fell pregnant during the first year of that. And my little boy was born in the August. I went back to do my second year when he was 6 weeks old. I was doing that part-time, but it was fairly full on. They were really supportive about obviously the difficulties that I had sometimes with childcare if my husband was working. If you had a query regarding an assignment or there was anything you weren't sure about, you could always email or go and see them, and they were more than happy to assist you. I think if you showed that you were willing, they were happy to put the time in with you, and that came across the whole way through my whole 5 years there. I went in as a mature student, so I did find it very difficult initially. By the time I got to the second and third years, I was really enjoying the subjects and getting involved in those, and the breadth of the subjects that we did. With regard to the LPC, I found that was totally different to the law degree in the base that it was much more practical. Everything was, rather than the theory behind it, it was all the practical base. You've learned why you do things, but now you have to learn how to actually do them. And that, as a practical sort of person and someone working in that industry already, I found that really, really helpful and really enjoyed that. I'm a mentor in the Leeds Beckett Law School scheme for LPC students. I think the mentoring scheme is really important because as a student, you don't necessarily have experience. You may not have done any work experience yet. You may not have any experience in the legal industry, and yet you're, working really hard to get into that profession. I think it's invaluable to give an insight into what the profession's really like, what people look for in a trainee or a newly qualified solicitor. My advice would be to get as much experience as they can get. Work experience, whether that's doing the odd day a week at a law firm, being a general dog's body, even just getting yourself involved in the industry is massively important. I also think that's where Leeds Beckett University is really good, in that they arrange things like that for you. They do the networking events with people from the legal profession. There are guest lectures as well at the university, which I would definitely recommend people took the opportunity to go to, because you get that exposure to people within the legal industry in the Leeds area, and these are contacts that you can call upon time and time again.